I want to see this, though. I want to know what's going on in the world, bro.
Actually, huge wow. A massive batch of Epstein files just...
Yo, have y'all noticed, though, by the way, chat? I know I'm already pausing. That's bad. I saw a TikTok that said the world is cooked because niggas turn everything into a joke. Like, if this Epstein shit happened in, like, 2010, like, it would have been so much of a bigger deal. But, like, niggas make everything a joke now, bro. So, like, nobody really gives a fuck.
In hot, fresh off the battle bus here from the top turnbuckle out of nowhere.
Hold on.
I didn't think we'd even see any more with the DOJ putting up that huge stink, even recently, about, like, how courts can't force them to release it, this and that. It seemed like this was never going to happen because getting them to comply with the law was like pulling teeth. So they were a month late, but they actually released like millions of Epstein files. And there are...
And how did they have that many files, but when did he go to jail? Does anyone remember when that nigga got arrested? What year was that? When Epstein went to jail? Does anyone remember what year that was?
Huge, disgusting, evil things that have been uncovered in this latest batch of Epstein files. This time around, it's a little different than their previous release where there were hundreds of pages of blacked out redactions, and that was basically it. This is what you saw with the Epstein files, except I thought that was going to make the camera go black.
When did Epstein
get the idea?
Arrested?
It was basically just staring into the file.
Yo, these bots are bots. You do your best to seem one of the boys, but you do enjoy talking about my favorite wrestler, WXQC. What? Yo, potato bot, you dumb. What the fuck are you talking about?
Fucking void. It was just pitch black because everything was redacted. It was just... a lot of nothing, but even amidst that nothing, they were so fucking incompetent that they left in the ability to unredact the files yourself, where people were able to catch them breaking the law, where a lot of the redacted names were not names of victims.
So is it like confirmed that Donald Trump was fucking all little girls?
A lot of the redactions were
like
clearly not victims. Sometimes it
confirmed?
even seemed like the redactions were there to protect the names of potential clients and perpetrators, which again is a complete violation of the Epstein Files Transparency Act that they were supposed to be following. But again, even with them farting out completely blacked out pages to protect these pedophiles in power, there were still a lot of huge revelations that came from this, such as co-conspirators that for some reason they never pursued. We don't know who they were because their names have been redacted conveniently, but we learned that there were co-conspirators they were investigating, and I guess they just...
Okay, what does co-conspirator mean? I know, I'm a grown-ass man, but yeah, bro, I'm trying to learn more about the world, bro, and this is something that's currently happening, so I'm trying to be smarter. What the fuck does co-conspirator fucking mean? What the did that mean, nigga? What does that mean? Netanyahu? Oh, okay.
Let the leads dry up and then just said, fiddlesticks. Okay. They're gone. Now time to pretend they don't exist. Like Kash Patel, under oath lying about it.
I mean,
Perjury Patel, by the way, still not punished.
Technically, if you got blackmailed, you're a victim, right? So they have to blur out your name because you're a victim, no?
For it. And speaking of unpunished, you know who else has been unpunished? Every fucking Epstein client, all of these rapists and pedophiles, all of them still just getting away with these unthinkable crimes, no one being handcuffed and thrown in the slammer. Doesn't even seem like they're pursuing any investigations or anything into it. Across 2 administrations now, no arrests outside of Maxwell, who Trump has done everything in his power to ensure she is treated like a queen at a new summer camp that she now resides at. Barely even a fucking prison.
Wait, Epstein's wife is in jail? Oh God? I didn't know that. They arrested her? Epstein's wife is in jail?
This is lunacy of the highest caliber. Now anyway, I know I'm getting kind of sidetracked here with like the previously on Dragon Ball Z with this whole saga. The most recent batch of Epstein files came out a couple hours ago. Millions of files, so people are still combing through them. But what they are finding is alarming. Trump's name, of course, is all over these files. His name appears more in these Epstein...
But children's vagina! What?
...files than Green Eggs and Ham appeared in the fucking Green Eggs and Ham Dr. Seuss book. His name is everywhere with numerous allegations about terrible, awful things. Some things we had heard little bits and pieces about from previous Epstein releases, but this one has significantly more, including this FBI report that claims Trump has been compromised by Israel. Which anyone who's been paying attention to this administration shouldn't really be surprised at. I don't think anyone heard that and recoiled in their chair going, what? If anyone's followed everything that's been going on in regards to Trump and Israel, it should be no surprise that the FBI believed he was compromised, is compromised as well, most likely. But this is, again, new information that is hitting the public here from official sources in these Epstein files. These are big. Another huge name appearing in here is Bill Gates. So Bill Gates had an exchange with Jeffrey Epstein, and I think it's been known for a long time Bill Gates was associated with Jeffrey Epstein.
Wait, what?
But this information here is new that talks about how he...
This is why we jack PlayStation and not Xbox, nigga. Let me get the facts. This why we jack This is why we jack PlayStation and not Xbox, nigga. Real shit.
Contracted an STD apparently, and it asked Jeffrey Epstein to provide him with antibiotics that he could secretly dose Melinda with. He had contracted it from Russian girls, apparently. Another massive name coming in is Elon Musk, who had an email chain with Jeffrey Epstein that was in these files about him trying to plan a visit to Jeffrey Epstein's island, and he seemed to want to find the wildest party, the best time to come through to the island, and he was trying to make
Israel cool, baby. Painreal, they sent you that 7 bands for the month, big bro? They hit you with that 7 bands? What's up?
Plans to go visit the island. These new files also expose blatant lies that a lot of really powerful people tried to peddle to get themselves out of hot water in regards to their close connection to Jeffrey Epstein, like Howard Lutnick. Howard Lutnick is Trump's commerce secretary, and he claimed he cut ties with Jeffrey Epstein in 2005, yet—
Wait, what? I have another couple on my boat? And each of us has 4 children? 2 16s, 2 14s, a 13, a 12, an 11, and a 7-year-old? What the f? Yo!
In these files, we can clearly see he was emailing Epstein in 2012, planning a trip out there, saying, "Hi Jeff, we are landing in St. Thomas early Saturday afternoon and planning to head over to St. Bart on Monday at some point. Where are you located? Does Sunday evening for dinner sound good?
Yo,
I have another couple, Michael and Mary Lerman, with me on my boat, and each of us has 4 children. 2 16s, 2 14s, a 13, a 12, an 11, and a 7-year-old. Thanks, Howard." What a disgusting—
Yo, chat, am I bugging though? Like, why the fuck? Like, it's not like this was like so long ago that niggas didn't have texts. Why were niggas communicating all this shit over email? Like, you know what I mean? Why were they communicating all this shit over emails, bro? Like, I don't understand. Like, niggas had texts and phones in 2012, bro.
14s, a 13, a 12, an 11, and a 7-year-old. Thanks, Howard. What a disgusting freak. He's even listing out the ages of the children that are joining them on their planned trip to Epstein's island. No. This is in 2012. That's quite a few years after 2005, Howard. Seems like you told a big-time fib. Howard said that he had visited
Wait till
Epstein—
y'all find out Yusuf is in the Epstein files. Hey, I wasn't born. Oh, wait, I was. 2012? I was 10 years old, though. How would I be in that bitch, nigga? I was 10 years old.
His house in 2005, but it culminated with him getting the heebie-jeebies. He called him gross and said that was basically kaput. That was the end of his relationship with Epstein. He washed his hands of him back in 2005, but
you were a victim?
That clearly wasn't true now, was it, Howard? These emails are from 2012, planning a trip out there and making a very odd—
But am I dumb? Like, chat, like, would you not think saying shit like that over email, like it's guaranteed to get leaked? Like, I just feel like that's like obvious, no? Like, something like that is obviously gonna get leaked, bro. Like use your brain, you know what I mean? Like what?
Mention of a bunch of children and their ages that will be joining you to Epstein's island.
I would never do it, obviously.
Is your
you know what I'm
U.S.
saying?
Secretary of Commerce under Trump right now. This is your Commerce Secretary. And he is one of many very powerful politicians whom you'll find in these new Epstein files and previous Epstein files.
Also, okay, this is gonna be like some conspiracy shit, but it's late night, nigga. My brain is working. If all of these powerful people was part of this shit, why did they let Epstein get caught? Like, why did they, you know what I mean? Because, like, they could have just never, like, brought it. Like, why did they let him get caught? I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, why did they let him, like, get caught, bro? Like, if they were all part of it, nigga, if the president was part of that shit, how the fuck did he get caught? Like, what?
Well, these are just a few of many names, new names as well, very powerful people who appear in these files with alleged horrible things that they have done in connection with Jeffrey Epstein and the island. It is a big deal. This is undoubtedly just the tip of the iceberg here. This latest batch was millions of files, so there is still a lot of information out there that hasn't been adequately combed through, and still what we are learning right now is heinous. And I feel like it should be pretty obvious that there needs to be investigations conducted here, and maybe a little bit of fucking justice. Maybe some of these evil fucking demons getting arrested, perhaps. Why are none of these people in these Epstein files even being looked into at all?
Have you seen that Solo Minotti clip where he's like, maybe he was just trying to get rid of these demons?
Why does Kash Patel lie under oath about there not being an Epstein list or clients or like co-conspirators when we now have all this available evidence that confirms there definitely were co-conspirators? There definitely are clients. And there is nothing being done, not in this administration, not the previous administration, to hold any of them accountable or find them. This is a huge deal. that nobody should be trying to like minimize the importance of. For some reason, people are trying to pretend as though this is something we should just like brush aside, you know, move on from the whole Epstein.
Nigga, this what I'm saying though. Niggas don't take shit like this seriously when you go on fucking Instagram Reels and see aura edits of Jeffrey Epstein. Like niggas think it's like, oh, like whatever, bro, it happened. Like it's a joke. Like niggas don't take that shit seriously, bro.
Fiasco.
Like,
that is craziness. There are people in the most powerful positions of government right now that are rapists and pedophiles that have got away with unthinkable crimes, and they need to be held accountable. We have so much information here. We have so many names.
Yo, low key, don't care if niggas is pedophiles. Like it's bad. Do y'all remember that one Fortnite YouTuber named Kiwis? Does anyone know who I'm talking about? The nigga still post YouTube videos. Yo, this nigga's dead a game. This nigga was trying to fuck on like a 13-year-old, bro. And nigga just upload Fortnite videos and nobody give a fuck, bro. Like it's crazy. Like, it's dead-ass crazy.
And we need them to be investigated. We need justice. I don't know why so many people are so okay with being governed by these monsters. It's baffling to me. It actually boggles my fucking mind. This latest...
Basically, the citizens were suspicious, so the government that were on the opposite political side searched into it, and some pictures got leaked, so everything got cooked. Plus, Epstein had a human trafficking charge in 2008, so he was sus as fuck anyways. Bro, do you get what I'm saying, though? Like, why did they pick him to be, like, the only nigga that goes down? You know what I'm saying? And then, like, can't he just snitch on all the other niggas? Like, I don't understand, bro. Like,
batch shows even more evidence, shines even more light on these terrible, terrible things that unfolded here, and the close connections a lot of powerful people had to Epstein and the island. I'll continue to look into the files and see what else turns up from all of this. I'll be, of course, keeping my finger on the pulse of it, and I highly encourage all of you to be paying very close attention to it and the people named in these Epstein files, and the people that try and defend it as well.
Yeah, bro, there's some weird videos of that nigga.